Hey traders, thanks for stopping by here, thetradinganalyst.com. We're going to get into the market here. I'm going to kind of prepare you for the week ahead, some levels, some things that you need to be watching for, and so on and such forth. So if you are new to these videos, if this is your first time watching these videos, I just want to kind of point out that we have been correctly calling each and one of these zigzags in this chop. Okay, we called this move up, we called this move down, we called this move up, and then we called this move down. Okay, don't believe me? Go back and watch the videos we did and each of these market turns. You can look on our video blog posts. Okay, so with that said, what I have here, and my overall theme has been for what we have called for upside moves. I think the overall trend here is down. Okay, we're making highs here, lower high, another lower high. Okay, making a low here, a lower low right here. All right, these lows right here have not made higher lows. Okay, because we made a low here and then we actually broke that low at the end of last week. Okay, so we just broke that low, making it another lower low. All right, so that's something to kind of keep in mind. Okay. So my overall theme is that eventually I think we're going to break this level, whether it's going to be this week or 3 weeks from now or 3 months from now remains to be seen. But I think that eventually this will break. I'm seeing a lot of bearishness out there. You know, this support is holding on the indexes, but if you look at a lot of the major movers out there, they've broken their near-term support, and there's not much support nearby. Okay, so when you're looking at the market here, you got to look at the individual components that make up the market as well, and it's not looking great out there. Many stocks have been in downtrends for 5 or 6 months already right now. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. All right. So with that said, what I want to point out is what kind of bottoms look like. Okay, what bottoms look like. So the last time that we kind of bottomed with similar action is, maybe over here, right there, and maybe this action over here. Okay, and both times we bottomed. Okay, this time you saw 2 gap ups in a row. Okay, you saw this big red down day closing below the previous day's low right here. And then on the following day, we gapped up. Yes, we headed much lower after that, but we ended up closing green. Okay, so there's a gap up, big gap up, closed green above the previous day's close, followed by the very next day, another gap up and a strong close over the previous day's high. Okay, so you get a warning sign. That to me would have been a perfect opportunity to switch long. At that point in time, when you get 2 gap ups in a row, especially with the second one closing over the previous day's high, that's a good signal that we're seeing some strength in the market. Same thing happened over here. We traded sideways for a little bit, and then boom, this gap up closed over the previous 1, 2, 3 days highs. Okay, that's quite bullish, and that was when we called for the upside move right there. Same thing happened over here. Declined over here, and then boom, this day right here closed over the previous 3 days highs with a gap up. All right. Second day, confirm that with a close over the previous day's high. Right. So you're getting two days in a row at least of a signal. Over here, it was a little bit messier, but notice how we had red. This day had a gap up. This green day right there had a gap up and a close over the previous day's high. All right. The second day after that gapped up, but then closed pretty much even with the previous day's low. Okay. Then we kind of puttered around here and then see another gap up right there and a close over the previous day's high. Okay. And then a washout low, and then boom, this strong candle here, and then another gap up and a close over the previous few days high. So you're seeing, you get some signals here. Okay, you get some signals here. Right now, we haven't seen any of those signals yet. Okay, as of this moment, we're just getting gap downs. We're getting closes below the previous day's low. We're getting lower lows, lower highs. And we closed last week very, very bearish. Okay, very bearish. Now, could that change and we could reverse like this? Definitely, because, the last, notice how each time that we bottomed, it started with a candle like this, a big red candle like this, okay? And then we gapped up, okay? So that could be what's happening here, okay? I don't know. I'm just kind of pointing this out to you. As it stands right now, we haven't seen that signal, and it's quite bearish, and I wouldn't be surprised if we gap lower here and trade lower, or maybe a little small gap up, get a bull trap in, and then break this support, okay? But I'm just kind of pointing out what you need to see, okay? What do you need to see for it to reverse? And that's what you need. You need a gap up. You need more than likely at least two gap ups, or at least a close over the previous day's high, okay? You need something like that to happen. Let me just put in my password. Okay, so you need something like that to happen in order for a bottom to occur, okay? So if that happens and we gap higher or we gap up and then the next day closes over then we can expect some higher moves. But right now, I'm mostly short, and it's been paying off for the last few weeks. I'm sorry, the last few days. They've been profiting very nicely, and I'm holding on to a lot of positions here that still have a long ways to go down. I am personally shorting stocks that have been in downtrends for 5 or 6 months already right now. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm not shorting the strongest stocks out there. I'm looking for weak stocks in a weak market. Same thing that everyone totes when we're in a major bull market is you find the strong names and you long those names. Okay, same thing happens right now. Okay, you cannot argue that we're seeing short-term weakness. If you are arguing that, then you need your eyes checked. Just being honest with you. But we are in some weakness here for the last few months, and many stocks, like I said, have been in downtrends for 5 or 6 months. Okay, so and I'm talking about big names in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. So that's my thoughts on the S&P 500. Really quickly, the Nasdaq. Something I want to point out here for the Nasdaq is, if you notice here, the Nasdaq, and I'm looking at the Qs right now, and we are making lower lows and lower highs, okay? A lot more so than the S&P 500. So here's a low, here's a lower low, a lower low. Here's a high, lower high, lower high, okay? That's what's happening. This is just the reality, okay? And over here, what you want to notice is, and I'll just draw some lines to make it super easy for you. So here we have lower lows and lower highs. Okay, just like that. Boom, 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 heading lower. All right. Over here we have, and I'm pointing this out because this is where we bottomed on the Nasdaq. You can see here's a low, there's a higher low right there. Okay, moving up. Simple, right? All right. Here's a high, here's a high, here's a higher high, and here's a higher high. Boom, just like that. Higher highs and higher lows. All right? Very different than what we're seeing at this point in time. Now, that doesn't mean, maybe this will be the higher low. Okay? Maybe we just made the higher low. But we don't know that yet. Okay? We don't know that yet. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves, because right now, very bearish action. We're making lower lows, lower highs. Okay? All right? I don't have a crystal ball. You don't have a crystal ball, so it's best to just react to what the market is doing. Okay? Rather than trying to predict, the market gives you lots of opportunities to give you signals to get in, to get out, to get long or short. And right now, as of this video, as of this moment right now, lower lows, lower highs are being made at this moment. Okay. Now, could this change in a couple days? Totally. But then we'll react to it then once it happens. But right now, you want to trade with the current flow of the market. And right now, the flow of the market has been down. Okay. You've gotten some nice rips here in the short term, and I've been profiting on those rips on the way up. Same thing over here. I profited over here, profited on the way down and up and down. Normally, you don't have to change your stance that often because the trend is, usually in the upward direction most of the time. But right now, we're seeing, kind of choppy action. It's going up, it's going down, a lot of uncertainty and indecisiveness in the market. But that's pretty much what I wanted to kind of point out here. The NASDAQ, this is a big factor here. The NASDAQ making lower lows and lower highs, not like we did over here when we bottomed and we headed higher. Okay, something that you definitely want to keep in mind. All right, guys. So hopefully this video helps you out. I really, really hope that it does. That's why I make these videos, is so that you can learn and grow and really just get better as traders. So I'd like to invite you now to join our premium membership service here. If you've been struggling in the market, especially right now, struggling in the market to make winning trades, it's time to seek help. It's time to start having a professional in your back pocket, someone who's been here before, someone who's traded through sideways markets, through choppy markets, through down markets. Okay, I got an interesting question from someone that was asking me. And if you're watching this, I'm not going to mention you by name, but I'm not making fun of you at all. I'm just pointing this out as a learning experience. But somebody asked me, will you close the service down if we go into a bear market? No, we definitely are going to keep the service around because we make money when the market goes down too. In fact, we've just recently been making a lot of downside trades via put options, and they've been doing really, really nicely. Okay, so I encourage you to join here. We're the #1 options trading service on the planet. Okay, what you're going to get is easy to follow real-time trade alerts. Every time I buy something, I'm sending you an alert. Anytime I'm selling something, I'm sending you an alert. I'm just moving my face out of the way a little bit. And you're going to get those alerts via text message in real time. These are just a few examples of some recent trades that we've taken and alerted to members in real time. Real gains and real alerts. And the thing here that separates us from all the other services out there, I know you have a lot of options out there, no pun intended or pun intended, a lot of choices out there for services. But the thing that separates us from most of the services out there is we don't hide anything under the rug. All of our trades are completely transparent, and we put them on our real-time portfolio tracker right here. Okay, and you're going to get access to that when you sign up and join. Okay, you're going to see, are we making money? Are we losing money? I'll give you a hint. We are making money. You're going to be able to learn from it because you're not just going to see, okay, yeah, we're making money, but how are we making money? What is our risk versus reward? What kind of market environment are we in, and how does that relate to how our portfolio is doing? Okay, so completely transparent updates. And you're getting watch lists, member-only videos. All of our trade alerts that are sent out come with a member video where I discuss, where I tell you exactly why we're getting into the trade, the setup, the strategy, the exact entry point, why that entry point was chosen, and then I discuss the stop loss. Why are we putting the stop loss there? What is the stop loss? And then also our profit targets. I'm discussing the exact details of those profit targets, why we're placing those profit targets in there. So you're learning with each trade. Okay, I'm not just throwing out alerts for you and saying I'm buying here and that's it. Okay, I'm showing you exactly, I'm giving you my trades, and I'm also showing you exactly why every trade was taking place. Okay. The next thing here is you're getting access to our full education library. You're going to be up to speed. If you're unfamiliar with options, this is great for you. or technical analysis. We've got a lot of videos in there. It's all about learning. So at the end here, you're going to get a special offer here for the annual membership. It's only $787 right now for the entire year. It's our most discounted offer that we've ever done. And I highly encourage you to check it out. If you want to pay, if you don't want the special offer, you can also join via the monthly or the quarterly membership. It's totally up to you. So that's all I got for today, guys. I hope that you decide to join us. Regardless, good luck this week in the market. And if you got any questions about anything, about the charts I just discussed, or the strategies, or the membership, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to chat with you. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day. See you next time.